North Texas is helping people deal with the effects of cancer, and they've been at it for 70 years. Here to tell us more about Cancer Care Center are two people who know the organization well. Erica Young is a breast cancer survivor, and the president and CEO, Melanie Wilson, who is also a cancer survivor. I know you guys serve so many different counties, such a large area. First of all, Erica, just tell us what the center does and how it benefited you.
Cancer Care Services, first of all, when I was diagnosed with breast cancer, I'm a contract worker, and so I needed to figure out how, if I knew I wasn't necessarily going to be able to work consistently, so I needed support financially. So I went to them in search of help financially of whatever they could offer me. They supported me with, they helped pay for my COBRA insurance that I was on. They helped with prescription drugs, paying for travel, went to and from all the appointments. And so they stepped in and did a lot of that initially when I had cancer. Since then, they've been an awesome support for me in survivorship. So after cancer ends, a lot of times people think that everything just goes on and life just goes on for the person that had cancer, but it doesn't. So they've helped me pick up the pieces of my life as I'm trying to move forward and learn my new normal. So they've been very supportive emotionally with that. So it's been awesome.
That's great. And Melanie, I know that you play such a big role in this center, obviously as CEO, but this is really personal for you in several different ways. Would you mind just sharing a little bit of your story?
Sure. Well, I'm a cancer survivor. This Thanksgiving, it will be 15 years that I'll get to celebrate being cancer-free. And that was difficult, of course, physically and emotionally, but it was really nothing compared to when my 18-year-old daughter was diagnosed with cancer. And at that moment, that was so much more frightening, and just the feeling of watching somebody that you love suffer. And it was after that then my husband was also diagnosed with cancer, and the job of Cancer Care Services, it came into my life at a point to where I thought I really couldn't do it. I didn't know if I could deal with cancer all day and then go home and experience cancer in my personal life. But my husband said, perhaps that's the reason why so much cancer had come into my life. Maybe this was a calling. And so I took a chance and I accepted the position, and it was very divine, because a few months later, my daughter, her cancer had returned and spread to her lungs when she was a junior in college. And so the last 7 months of her life, I was working for Cancer Care, and the board members, staff members, even clients just loved me through it. So I was able to experience the mission on how nobody walks alone, and it's true.
You've really experienced it, unfortunately, from so many different angles. Can you give us just a little more specifics on what you guys do provide for people who are going through this? I know Erica touched on a little bit of it, but just some of those more specifics too.
Absolutely. Well, primarily our programs are divided into financial support and emotional support. And Cancer Care Services, we take care of not only the cancer patient, but the caregiver and the survivor. So all three aspects. From the financial point of view, we provide things like health insurance assistance. You can't battle cancer if you can't afford treatment. So we help pay for the health insurance. So we've got programs, free camps, and year-round programs for those little caregivers to help them cope. Play therapy, music therapy, art therapy.
You guys really have it all covered.
We try.
Erica, I'm so glad to hear you're doing well, and thank you so much for sharing your story as well. I know you're probably the best person to really lead this mission, and we thank you so much for everything you do. Cancer Care is hosting a fundraising event, Heroes of Hope Luncheon. It's November 10th at the Ridgely Country Club, and we have more information on our website, fox4news.com.